Thank you very much, Amy. Good afternoon, everyone. The Ottawa Police Service and its partners continue to work all out to put a safe end to the unlawful occupation of our downtown core and improve neighborhood safety. Our surge and contain strategy, which has reduced the footprint of the demonstrators, continues. As we do police operations, our police operations are focused on enforcement in our downtown core. Yesterday, an important court order was issued in relation to the demonstration. The Ottawa Police Service is authorized to enforce compliance with the terms of a court order. The Ottawa Police Service continues to have authority under Section 127 of the Criminal Code to arrest and lay a charge for breaching a court order. Ottawa police officers will exercise their discretion in enforcing this order and any criminal investigation arising from an alleged breach of this order. We're working to ensure we're enforcing the order. Work is underway to fully brief all officers on the terms of the order and their role in enforcing it. We continue to capture and document evidence. We'll have an update on this later today. As more resources become available to us, we will use them specifically to focus on the unlawful demonstrators whom have chosen to remain in our city. To date, we've made 22 arrests, issued more than 1,300 tickets, and have 79 ongoing criminal investigations. We've seized fuel and cut off material, financial, and logistical support to the occupation. I also want to be clear, we're not just dealing with demonstrators in Ottawa. Yesterday, working with Ottawa Police, we were able to trace, identify, and arrest an individual for calling in fake threats designed to deceive and distract our emergency resources. Many of the remaining demonstrators are highly determined and volatile. They've begun filling gas canisters with water, distracting officers, or otherwise attempting to subvert our efforts. Yesterday, we had an attack on our hardworking officers. While attempting to seize fuel from demonstrators, multiple officers were swarmed by these same demonstrators. We've initiated a criminal investigation into this matter. We've seized and towed some vehicles and continue to face resourcing and operational challenges in doing more. Many heavy vehicles in the downtown core have been immobilized. Recent aggressiveness towards our officers is unacceptable. We've identified our need for the 1,800 officers and civilian personnel that will bring a safe end to this occupation. We do not want anyone to be injured. We know that some demonstrators have indicated a desire to leave. In some cases, they're blocked in by other vehicles, and where possible, we're working to facilitate their departure. Through intelligence, we've also learned that almost 25% of the 418 trucks encamped in our city have children living in them, children who could be at risk during a police operation. We're working with the Children's Aid Society to ensure their welfare and safety. Finally, our message to demonstrators remains the same. Don't come. And if you do, there'll be consequences, including financial consequences for your illegal and unlawful behavior.
Hi there. Yeah, thank you, Deputy Chief Bell. When you speak of, I guess it's something like 100 trucks that have children in them, and you're saying the CAS is involved, are you requiring that they somehow are able to remove the children from the trucks? I mean, what would be the next steps for police in terms of, moving on any of those trucks if you're concerned about kids?
Yeah, thank you very much for your question, Kate. So we identify that concern for us. It's something that has come to us early in the course of this occupation. We observed through members who are moving around within the crowds that they began to saw children, families that were actually had attended here to take part in the occupation. It's something that greatly concerns us. It's something that concerns us for the well-being of everyone within the area, from the risk of carbon monoxide and fumes, the noise levels that we know are experienced by the neighboring areas, as well as the people that are right in the occupation. We're concerned about cold. We're concerned about access to sanitation, the ability to shower. There's a multitude of concerns. That's why we're raising it and identifying it as something that is something we need to address. We need to have discussions with our partners in the Children's Aid Society about how we manage moving ahead. We're not at the stage of looking to do any sort of enforcement activity around that. We'll rely on the Children's Aid Society to help provide and give us guidance around that. We just think it's an important factor that complicates and makes this an even more challenging operation that's important that people are aware of.